Hey guys, hi and welcome to the video. In this video, I want to share a small top level module or a library developed on the top of Selenium that does the web scraping job. So let me explain you a little bit and then I'll walk in through the code a little bit. So the idea of writing or creating these helper modules are basically to create a generalized template for web scraping. So what I'm trying to say is basically writing script is easy, right? But writing templates is hard because we need to make it generalized that work across many platforms. So for example, as I'm showing you on this website, I want to go to Amazon. I just want to show you quickly, and then I want to type in the word Alexa. I want to type in the word Alexa, but hopefully my computer is lagging a little bit. Alexa, stop, please.
Sorry, I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. It looks like an issue with the router and Ethernet
Alexa, stop.
device, so try restarting them.
All right.
Unplug both of them,
Oh,
then plug the router back
Alexa,
in.
stop.
Wait 30 seconds. Once the router is back on and connected to the internet.
All right, sorry about that. So I just want to type this word and then do a search, right? So so there will be several websites, right? You don't want to write scripts. You want to make a generalized template, right? So I want to share a nice video here. In this video, I will be talking about classes, object-oriented, design patterns, inheritance, and all of that is there, right? So I just want to show you the code and explain a little bit. Code is there in the description. Check that out. So let me show you something. Okay, this is how you should write classes. By the way, so I have all the imports here, nicely written. So now I have an abstract class called Chrome driver. It inherits from a class called ABC. This is an abstract method. That means it's a let me take my microphone here. So this means that this is basically a virtual function. So now any class that inherits from Chrome driver, you need to override this method, or basically you need to provide implementation, right? Though that's what an abstract method are, right? C# has this, Java has this, Golang, all the languages has the concepts are same, right? The object-oriented concept do not change. So that's an abstract method. Then what I did, guys, is basically I wrote a WebDriver class which inherits from this. I provided an implementation here. In the constructor, this takes a path. This is the path where your Chrome driver sits, right? So that's the path, and basically I provided all the options in the constructor. It's now inside the constructor, I'm calling this method getDriver. The job of this method is basically to give or return you a driver object. So far so good. Hopefully you guys are making sense what I'm trying to say. We have this class and this class. So the WebDriver class inherits from Chrome driver, right? So we provided this implementation. Now what I wanted to do is basically I wanted to have a method called commands. This should be a generalized class that is able to execute any sort of Selenium commands such as typing, clicking, sleeping. So all sort of actions would be defined here. So this is how the commands would work. You can basically pass an object, a JSON object. You can provide selector, whether you want to select by ID, you want to select by XPath or stuff like that. Then you provide the actual path. You provide the command. Command is basically, hey, do you want to type? Do you want to click? Do you want to sleep? And then the actual word that you want to type. So if it's a type, provide the search word. If it's a click, you say click, and then you provide the path again. So it's a generalized class, and as I said, you can keep adding more and more modules to this classes, right? So what I try to do here is basically, now this command inherits from WebDriver. Now whenever you perform inheritance, right? So first of all, this one is the abstract class. This one inherits from the abstract class. It provides the implementation. The command class inherits from WebDriver. So now whenever you do inheritance, you have to call the base class constructor, right? So that's my base class. We'll use these are some of the few word terminology that we use in OOPS, right? So this class would take commands, which would be set of objects. We have a WebDriver class, so we are basically overriding the constructor, or basically calling the base class constructor, passing the path, because remember this WebDriver used to take a path, right? Now on a very high level, what this class does is basically we say, hey, if the command is none, that means you do not have anything to execute. But if you do have commands, which is a list of commands you would like to execute, what you're trying to say is basically, hey, else For command and commands, so basically for each command that you have been provided, that you did provide, so if the command if command dot lower is equal to sleep, that means you are telling the bot to sleep for certain interval. So that's this command right here. So basically a bunch of if statements, so you can add more and more functionality. For example, if it's a type, right, if it's a type and then a selector is XPath, use this code. If selector is ID, use this code. We made it so generalized. You see what I'm trying to say? I made it so similarly for click events, you can add as many as you want here to this helper functions. So that's that. Now, in order to access the driver instance, remember we are already inheriting. So if you are inheriting, you already have access to all the attributes from the base class. So the base class had an attribute called driver instance where I was calling this function. So this function returns a WebDriver object. It's stored in this variable. Since it's inheritance, I could inherit directly all the attributes from the base class. So this one right here, as I said, driver instead of find element. So basically, you know what? I'm not teaching you Selenium here. I'm basically just showing you object-oriented code. Then I have a crawler class. The crawler class has a method called run. Any class that inherits from crawler needs to provide implementation. Now this is a multiple inheritance. I'm inheriting from crawler and command. So that means that this would take an object. So basically the URL of the website that you want to perform web scraping and the list of commands that you would like to execute. These are just a sample. So I'm providing the I'm calling the base class constructor of commands, passing in the path. The path can, it basically traverses back on the base class, right? Path gets passed to the command. Command basically passes to the WebDriver object, and then you got the idea, right? So we basically call the base class constructor right here and basically provide the list of command that you do send. So now the code, right? So we choosing the path for the WebDriver. Now this is very generalized, right? We just made a generalized scraper. So these commands, you could store it on a Mongo database or whatever you like. So now here are the list of commands. I would like to go to the website, wait for 3 seconds. Then I would like to type the word Alexa in the search bar on Amazon.com, would like to sleep, and then would like to click. You see how amazingly like a JSON, this is like more like a microservice way of writing code or classes, right? You define JSON, the JSON would basically traverses through the classes, and each class would do its appropriate function. And at the end we just return it. So this is a very generalized code. You can make it as a complete you can add a lot of things such as pagination. I already have the code for that, but I want you to try it out. I made a classes. I made it so generalized that it can crawl over any website, and it supports all sort of pagination, click pagination, scroll pagination, all sort of things. But I want you to do, just take this code, see how I've written the code, read about inheritance and stuff like that. Okay, let me just try to run this and show you. So I'm just gonna run this class. Hopefully my computer is a bit slow, so you gotta be a little bit patient with me. The run button right here. So as I said, this is just a starting point for you guys to see how powerful object-oriented programming is, right? You can develop these mini modules and microservices, and then reuse it wherever you want it. So as you can see now, it's on the website. It has to wait for 4 seconds because we did provide a command here, right? So we did provide a command. The next one is you want to do a type command. So we did that, and then it does the click button, then it waits for a second. So everything is provided in a JSON like syntax, and then you can come here and scrape the sites. Hope this is useful. This is a very boilerplate a module or type or classes or helper function that I've written, and hope this would benefit you guys if anyone is working on scraping. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Keep smiling, keep coding, and see you guys next time.